Your MC for today and the unit chairperson for Kepnock Scout Group. Welcome everyone. Before we commence the ceremony, I need to remind us all that during this COVID-19 season, in order for us to gather as we are this afternoon, we have to keep social distancing and hand hygiene procedures. Families, please sit together and leave a 2-seat gap between you and others. Hand sanitizer is available for your convenience. All current uniform members and previous scouting members who wish to do so, please join the parade in a horseshoe. Flag bearers to the flag, please.
Parade alert.
Parade alert. About face, right? Leaders about face. Please salute the flag when the Australian flag is broken.
Alright, welcome. Hello.
Leaders about face. On behalf of those gathered here today, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land that we meet on today, the people of the Bundaberg District, and pay our respects to the elders past, present, and emerging. I would like to invite Alexis Telfer to join with me as our guest of honour, as we celebrate his achievement, the award of the Queen Scout, earned through hard work, commitment and passion for the pursuit of excellence in scouting. This occasion is significant to Alexis's family also, as they have supported and encouraged Alexis in all he has undertaken to achieve this milestone. Alexis, please come forward. Kepnock Scout Group in particular, the Venture Unit, welcomes all distinguished guests, Alexis's family and friends and fellow scouting members past and present to this special occasion. We thank you all for taking the time out of your weekend to attend and celebrate with Alexis. Apologies have been received from the Chief Commissioner, Darryl Scott, the Federal Member of Hinkler, Keith Pitt, who unfortunately cannot be with us today, but send their congratulations to Alexis for his achievement. The Queen Scout Award is the highest level of achievement for a youth member in scouting, with Kepnock Scout Group's last recipient being presented in 2017. We have a number of guests who will address our scouting community. During this presentation of speeches, I would like to invite those past and present scouting members who wish to be seated to do so. I would like to call upon our club section leader, Emily, also known as Rapture. Rapture, please come forward.
My name is Emily Ayling, and I've been a small part of Kepnock Scout Group for almost 8 years now. I've known Alexis personally since around 2011, when he first registered with North Cub Scout Pack, and back then was way shorter than me. I was honoured when BFA asked me if I would like to take part in his Queen Scout Award. To congratulate such an amazing and inspiring young man that I've had the pleasure of watching grow from a young exploring cub to an amazing, older and I think possibly wiser venturer is an absolute privilege for me. My first experience of Scouts at Bundaberg was actually BFA showing me his yellow book out the back of Walkervale Primary School after school one afternoon back in 2011. He was so proud of what he had passed off and achieved, and his youthful passion reminded me of how much my time adventurers have taught me. So in some small way, it is actually you, BFA, who started my own family scouting team here in Bundaberg. So thank you, BFA, my kids, and all of my Kepnock cubs love you for it. BFA's determination and drive to complete so much that was unknown to him is complete credit to his amazing achievements and successes. Scouts is a journey about self-perseverance, determination, and thinking outside the box in any situation. Youth who have a history with the Scout movement are shown to be more resilient, and this resilience and determination has seen BFA go outside of his comfort zone so many times at camps and on hikes, in the mud and rain to achieve his goals, and sometimes exceed his own expectations. So look at you now. Back in 2017, you went above and beyond to achieve your ASM, and now in 2020, a year of confusion for so many, it's actually a year of triumph for you. I'm so proud to be standing here sharing another amazing achievement with you. Enjoy this fantastic milestone in your life. Okay, all my cubs, I'd like you to do a big woof, woof, woof. 1, 2, 3!
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Okay, I'd like to call upon Melissa and Graham. Can you come forward, please, guys? BFA would not be the amazing young man if it wasn't for the amazing support he has for the two of you. Seeing him arrive at camps and Anzac days in the dark, last-minute bag checks, and here's some food for thought. Did you know, in all the drop-offs and pickups for BFA's years of Scouts only at Kepnock, excluding excursion and camps, adds up to over 4,000 kilometres. So you could probably triple those kilometres when you really think about it. Being a parent of a Scout is a huge responsibility also. Your support for our group through the committee and being a leader for our Kepnock group has seen our group achieve amazing things. So I'm so honoured that I could be part of BFA's amazing journey today, celebrating his Queen Scout Award, and I really look forward to what the future brings all of you. So congratulations BFA, and Mum and Dad and Maddie, wherever you are. Hang on. Mine's in the rubber bag.
Thank you, Raksha. You may now return to your spot if you want to. I now invite Bear to come and address our Scouting community.
Still gets called Bear, yeah.
You don't need a pod. We use one. Old fashioned. Can't open paper, so we're in trouble. That's old age, yeah. Right, okay. Lovely to be here. Actually thrilled to be able to speak at this parade. For those who don't know me, I'm an ex-group leader of this place and spent about 20 years with Scouts in Bundaberg. So, as this gentleman just said, my old age is creeping up on me, and I didn't rely on my memory to get together the bits and pieces for this little talk. I went through my photos, a few thousand of them. The photos revealed that on the 17th of August, 7 years ago, we were here at another Queen Scout presentation, Rossi Pickard's. A couple of years later, it was Jess Hollis's, and then it was your Queen Scout medallion just a few years ago. So we've been here a fair bit doing this type of thing. But we've also been part of lots of things to do with Scouting. Group camps, Kiwi Waddle, prep camps, Kiwi Waddle, all that sort of stuff. And I've been able to keep an eye on Alexis, and some of those photos actually showed him very similar to these little guys over there in the yellow shoulders. And it was pretty good. So I got a bit of an idea. Now, reflecting on what to say for this, I thought that Alexis was a pretty top-notch type of scout. So don't ask me why, but having not been in scouting for 5 years, I went to the Australian Scout website and found an updated Law and Promise. And it states there, and this also confirms that Alexis is an excellent scout. A scout is to do their best, to contribute to the community and the world, to help other people. The Scout law states that a scout should be respectful, friendly, considerate, care for others in the environment, do the right thing, be trustworthy, honest and fair, among other things. All of these traits that Alexis has displayed over the time I have known him. Congratulations, mate. Really happy about that. One thing I did say on this Alexis' Australian Scout medallion was that he could be trusted to do the best he could at anything that he attempted within scouting. The fact that he is being awarded Queen Scout in itself says so much about the type of scout Alexis is. Alexis, congratulations on this award from myself and from Leith, who would have been doing this if she wasn't here. No doubt your family is extremely proud of you and what you have achieved so far. I would like to wish you every success in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Bear. You may now return if you please. I would now like to invite Marlon to address our scouting community.
So I've got shorter legs, it takes me a bit longer to get up here. I'm Marlon. I was a scout leader with Hinckley's and Kepnock for about 13 years. Before, obviously, my awesomeness was too big to be contained and I had to leave. And I have the good fortune of being one of Alexis's scout leaders. Now, traditionally at this point, I give you a rundown of his badge work, his time in scouting, what he achieved, what camps he went on. I'm not going to do that. You know Alexis is good at badges. You can tell he's good at the award scheme. Look at his sleeves. We're here today because we know he's excellent at applying himself and getting to the goals that he wants to achieve. What I'm going to tell you about is Alexis as a person. Now, when Alexis came into the troop, he was a little bit quiet, a little bit shy. How you going, Alexis? Oh, yeah, all right. Did much on the weekend? Oh, yeah, it was pretty good. What are you going to do tonight at Scouts tonight, Alexis? Oh, I might work on my citizenship. All right, mate, go for it. He was always a great little kid. He was one of those children that, as teachers would say, he's a pleasure to have in the classroom. He was polite, he was kind, he was good-natured. He's all those things that make it easy to see the potential that he's got. Now, Alexis had something that a lot of us, I think, even as adults, struggle with. He had the ability to put his hand up and say, I don't know how to do this. I'm not sure about this. Teach me. And I think a lot of us struggle to say, hey, I don't know it all. I need help. I want to learn. I want to get better. I want to know to do this myself. Help me. And he was always fantastic at being like, hey, Marlon, I'm really interested in this thing. What have I got to do? Like, would you mind showing me this bit I don't understand? He never let ego get in the way of learning, and he never let a sense of not knowing how to do something stop him from being able to learn to do it and then teach it to others, which again is an amazing personal quality. The ability to not just learn for yourself and for your own benefit, but to be able to learn so that you can pass that knowledge on to others, to younger kids, to your siblings, to the scout leader who's forgotten what we're doing tonight. Don't worry, Marlon, I can sort us out for half an hour while you get the paperwork ready. Oh, thanks, Alexis. Thanks, mate. Whew. So we're here today, we're celebrating the next stage of Alexis's excellent badge work, but also the next stage of his ongoing development as an excellent human being, an excellent citizen, an excellent scout. And I'll leave you with this thought. In the media, we are repeatedly told and warned and scared about the youth of today. what the future's going to be like. Look at these terrible young people, all the, we're all facing death and devastation. And then you turn around and you look at kids like Alexis, very tall young men like Alexis, and you go, you know what? We're okay. We're okay, our society's okay, our community's okay. And I tell you what, Alexis, mate, you've got a beautiful future ahead of you because you're doing okay. Thanks, Alexis. Congratulations, mate. Are you coming up?
Oh no, we'll be here for an hour.
Yeah, as you know, the Medicus are very hesitant to speak in public. We're very quiet folk.
Here we go. All right. 30 seconds. All right. Ladies and gents, Alexis, congratulations. When Shelley asked me if we can say a few words about Alexis, I said she can say the good things about him, I'd say the bad things. I've been on a lot of camps with Alexis, a lot of Thursday nights here and Tuesday nights, so forth. So I thought, oh yeah, this will be easy, find some bad things. I'm old, but memory goes back. I came up zilch. Like, the only thing I can remember bad about Alexis is we're coming back from Nighthawk, and Finch was my offside of driving the bus, right? We're going along, and come back from Nighthawk, everybody goes to sleep because the Nighthawk scouts have been up all day on a Saturday, go out for a 5-hour hike on the Saturday night. So come the Sunday morning, you put them in the bus, they all go straight to sleep straight away. Right, we're coming back from Crow's Nest it was, yep. I'll drive along, Finch is yapping in my ear about this and that, which he does.
Just to keep
I
you
miss the
awake.
turn off. Yep. Alexis always sits 2 seats behind me so I can see in the revision mirror, and he's the only one that stays awake. Everybody else is asleep, snoring, except me. Alexis is awake too. Alexis, his nice, quiet voice says, I said, what? I said, what? He said, you missed the turn off. This is about half hour up the turn off. I was supposed to turn left. I missed. We kept going because by the time Alexis told me that I was incorrect in the way I was going, we'd gone a bit further down the road. So I'm blaming Finch for that because he was the navigator. Right? He's the regional commissioner, so he should know better. But
You were the
said,
driver.
I've taken Alexis on many camps, and I'm not a leader, but on a camp I'll make sure there's a spare dilly bag, and a spare sleeping bag, and a spare chair, because somebody's always going to need it. Alexis, no. Alexis always well prepared, always knew what we were going to, what we had to do there. Alexis, when the benches get back on the bus next day, he'd always make sure that I had the same amount that I had on taken down, and also the same people I was bringing back, because we've had occasions where I've tried to grab somebody else's child because they're better than the ones we already took down, including my own. But Alexis always working out for me. So Alexis, you've been a pleasure for me as an old bugger taking on care, mate, because you've kept the smile on my face, always been well behaved, well mannered. Doesn't share his lollies as much as I would like, but yeah. So Alexis and you and your mum and dad and Matthew, stand up. Holy dooly. Matt, yeah, okay. Sit down again, Matthew. You get too tall. So, mate, once again, congratulations, mate. You've. First time I've done that all year, but that's okay. So, thank you very much, Matthew. Well done, young man. Alexis. Well.
Thank you for that, guys. You guys may return to your seats. I would like to call up Mr. Rogers next.
Well, I've just heard some stuff about Alexis or Alex. I call him Alex because I get confused. Alexis, and I'm going to ask the kids over here, or around here, BFA, you know what it stands for? What does it stand for?
Friendly Alexis?
Is he really friendly? Really friendly?
Yes.
Alright, so BFA stands for Big Friendly Alexis, and I only just found this out the other day. They said, what's your nickname? He said, oh, the little ones call me BFA. And he is really friendly. But he may be friendly to you, But I teach at Kepnock State High School, and I've been his year coordinator since 2015. He's terrible. He is absolutely, what you see here is not what you see at school. He is a shocker. He's misbehaved. He mucks up all the time. And if you do know Alexis, like I do, and most of you do, you would be able to tell that that's a lie. Because what I've learned from the past 6 years, and this is the 6th year, and he'll graduate this year. We'll graduate together. I'll graduate with him as his coordinator. I know I've learnt these things. So I've known Alex as a student of Kepnock State High School since 2015, when he first enrolled at the school as part of our Year 7 cohort. The first Year 7s to join our school. I've managed Alexis's cohort as a year level coordinator since then, and I've witnessed the growth of a role model student. At all times I've found Alexis to be unfailingly polite, avuncular and genial to all those who have contact with him. He has consistently established and maintained the highest standard of behaviour within the classroom in the process of exhibiting the values of sincerity, reliability, responsibility, courtesy, and most importantly, and respect, which is one of our values at our school. Manifestly involved through self-motivation, his self-discipline and his perseverance. His honesty is beyond reproach. He's one of the nicest guys I've ever met. Alexis's work ethic in the classroom and the manner in which he addresses his school tasks is outstanding. With astute organisational skills, the ability to listen and focus for lengthy periods of time, and a perpetual sanguine disposition, the hard work allows Alexis to excel in both his social, interact and importantly, academic environments. Moreover, his aptitude in tackling challenging group assignments whilst holding discipline, composure, makes him stand out as an effective leader. And that's probably why he's here today. In my capacity as a year coordinator, I've been fortunate enough to witness Alexis's leadership qualities evince and mature throughout the school years, culminating right now with this being his final year at our school. His ebullient commitment in an academic world and participation in extracurricular activities throughout the school years characterises his altruism and the extent of his obligation to manage and flourish in his life's endeavours and its requirements, especially given this challenging year, as we all know. At the interpersonal level, Alexis has always been instantly recognisable for his maturity, his common sense, his pleasant good humour at times, and goodwill. His demeanour is always genuine, and as such, he is a highly popular school student, regularly sought out if anyone needs assistance, is seeking help and advice with their own work. Further to this, on numerous occasions, he willingly imbued others with his optimism and encouraged classmates to overcome their challenges and strive to attain success. His capacity to empathise and assist students in the classroom in relation to the multitude of school-based concerns that they had in an endearing personal attribute. As such, I have no hesitation in commending Alexis on this achievement today. BFA, he is friendly and he is a hard-working, helpful, sensible and engaging young man who would be an instantly valuable asset to any university, college, workplace or even the Scouts, as we've seen or you've seen. So I'd like to congratulate him today. I'm not sure if we can put our hands together because I would like to do that. Can we do that? So if you can congratulate Alex, I'd like to do that. Put your hands together. He's a great guy. The handshake thing, we can't do it, I suppose. I'd like to do that as well, but I'll just go the elbow. Yeah. Congratulations, Alex.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. Understanding the significance of Alexis' achievement is shared by our Bench Unit Leader, Wolf. Wolf, please come forward to address our Scouting community.
Alright, so I couldn't remember a lot of the badge work you've done because there is so much that you've done. But when I spoke to Kay Knight about Alexis, who Alexis knows as Sarabi. So Sarabi was the venture leader before I came on board in February of 2018. I asked her to tell me something that she remembers about Alexis. The only thing that she managed to tell me is that even from the very moment that he came in, Alexis, being the youngest, was the most mature and the most reliable. If you ask just about anyone who knows Alexis, they will tell you that he's always supporting those around him and has loads of ideas when it comes to different things. 2 weeks ago, Alexis proudly told me about some of his time at the Australian venture that was running in Brisbane in 2018. For his offsite activity, he did an expedition down on the Queensland border. The first day was spent hiking up a hill to base 1. Day 2 was an obstacle course, abseiling, and then hiking back down the hill to base 2. Day 3 was spent on a giant swing, zip line, and another high ropes course before more hiking onto base 3, where they spent the last day canoeing before going back to Brisbane. The first camp that I took Alexis on was to the Urban Challenge in 2018, a 4 to 5 hour car trip down to Brisbane. For those that don't know what Urban Challenge is, it is a scavenger hunt amazing race style event run for the venturers by the Rover section. Alexis was the one in charge of the team that went along, which was made up of guys from here and from Gympie who we picked up along the way. They went through the Free Museum, through a Scottish festival, and all over the inner city of Brisbane by a bus, ferry and train, and did too much shopping for his liking, not of his choice of course. Another notable camp from my time with Alexis was Nighthawk of August 2019. I took Alexis, Amy and 2 others to Clifton, which is about 45 minutes south of Toowoomba. So as we were told earlier, so Nighthawk is an annual camp that is run on the Darling Downs, where scouts and venturers hike through the night over 4 to 7 hours with map and compass to find 6 activity bases. Alexis stepped up and led a very inexperienced team of venturers, most who had only just started in scouting, through a course teaching them how to use a compass along the way. Although we all froze, as it gets very, very cold at Nighthawk, they all had fun, and it made for a very quiet car ride home as they all fell asleep, including Alexis. For his outdoor tape, Alexis completed level 1 canoe course. Myself, Warrigal and Raksha had the privilege of being part of that day. I got the best part of being in the canoe with Alexis. As part of the day, we spent learning different techniques, being able to capsize, and then coming back after lunch to find that I hadn't tied the canoe to the tree properly and it had floated downriver. Other notable things that Alexis has done through his badge work was volunteer at the Monropose for his environment badge, to the local fire station, and his expedition hike out to Mount Perry with other members of this unit. He's also was a unit chairperson, which means that Alexis was the one that basically ran the unit. In April of 2019, Alexis and I made the decision together to separate our unit from being combined with Millbank. To where there were 3 of us, but 1 chose to transfer to Millbank, which made things hard on us. However, Alexis and I worked together to build up our venture unit to how you see it today. 4 youth members strong, and the potential of having scouts link up over the next few months. Alexis was an amazing support to me as a leader at that point in my own journey, and for that I'm thankful. Alexis, as a Queen Scout recipient myself, I know the challenges that you've had to undertake, especially while completing year 11 for a lot of it. And I know the dedication that you've had to not only your Queen Scout and to this unit, but our entire group. Congratulations on such an amazing achievement, and I can't wait to hear your story after you leave this unit at the end of the term and move on to possibly Rovers, finishing year 12 and onto university.
Thank you, Wolf. I would now like to invite the Regional Commissioner Finch to address our scouting community to share in the history of the Queen Scouts Award.
Thank you, Lachlan. Parade stand at ease. So the Queen Scout was originally known as the King Scout, and that came about after Lord Baden-Powell was knighted by King Edward VII in 1909. So they decided that they would call it the King Scout Award. So that's how long it has been around. The award then was, before we had all these new award schemes, we had the first class badge. And the Scout had to have that, plus his Pathfinder, obtained 3 other efficiency tests, and they were the ambulance, marksman, bugler, seaman, cyclist and signaller. So could you imagine some of our youth members today doing some of those tests? In 1910, the census showed that there was 1,632 King Scouts had been issued. Out of the 100,298 Scouts, and 7,688 leaders were involved in the movement. So after Edward passed away, we had George V come between 1911 and 1936, and the award continued on. In 1937, George VI decided that he would continue with the award up till 1952. So in 1946, which was a great year, the Senior Scouts section was started. Before that, Scouts were up to the age of 18 nearly. So we had lots of tall Scouts around in those days. So, and it was formed, and the requirement for the award has changed. The Senior Scout had to earn his first class badge, 3 of the following: Venturer, Camp Warden, Forester, Naturalist, Meteorologist, Pioneer, Tracker and Astronomer. So there's quite a variety there, as well as 3 of his public service badges, which included ambulance, which was mandatory. In 1947, the first Royal Certificate was issued. In 1952, Queen Elizabeth II gave her approval to change the King Scout to Queen Scout, and her signature will appear on all the certificates. In 1967, the Venturer section was started. With a new era, Venturer had to complete the award. So what Alexis has been doing is part of the new award. But then we've got another award system going as well now. So you're lucky you finished it, Alexis. In 1967, oh what a year that was. Sorry, 1976, we let girls into the Venturer section. Oh dear. And the Queen gave her permission for the certificate to be gender-free. Although Kings and Queen Scout awards awarded to Scouts that have earned the required badge, they then have to go through a process of being recommended. And Alexis will tell you that that is quite frightening. Well done, Alexis, and congratulations.
Thank you, Finch. As we've heard, Alexis is receiving the Queen Scout Award is a very significant and highly regarded accomplishment which is achieved following much blood, sweat and tears, or at least many, many hours of planning, dedication and perseverance. Who better than to share on Alexis's journey to this day than his mum, Melissa Telfer? It is our privilege to invite you, Melissa, to share with us now. Please come forward.
Alexis decided to set his sights on the Queen Scout Award before he had yet even linked to become a venturer after receiving the Australian Scout Medallion. Through hard work and dedication, as everyone knows and as everyone spoke of, and that moment of self-accomplishment as a young adult, this is a great achievement. And as parents, watching our child put their mind to it and just do it is a huge moment, and feeling proud of their success. We are grateful for everyone here today to join the celebration of Alexis receiving the Queen Scout Award.
Thank you, Melissa. Now we come to the presentation of the Queen Scouts badge. I would like to call upon Graham Telfer, also known as Karawong, who is Alexis's dad and the Venturer Unit leader, to come forward and present Alexis's Queen Scout badge to him.
Of course I have. I think you should bring Mum out too.
Yeah. And Melissa, could you please come out as well?
Red pin.
Alexis, come forward.
You get to studying this time?
On behalf of the Chief Commissioner, Darryl Scott, who can't be here today with us, sincere congratulations for a job well done, and I'll ask Dad to present the badge to you.
Can I draw blood?
No, you may not draw blood.
Top, isn't it, please?
Yep. Wait on Maddie's coming to get a photo.
For a photo.
What's his arm?
you want to look in this way?
Oh, gee, we went close, Alexis.
Remain in the sleep.
By all means. Return to sleep to Dad. Right. What, I think we should give him a bravo, don't you?
I think type in organised one, I think.
Have you?
Anyone else I should call?
Bravo.
You a bravo? Give me a B!
Hey!
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 B!
Hey!
O! Spell!
Bravo! Please be seated. Queen Scout badge represents the ability to be of service to your companions and your community. It represents an understanding of community and nation and a willingness to help others. The Queen Scout badge stands for a job started and a job finished. It represents good, honest work and stands for strength of character. The Queen Scout badge is a symbol of what you have done, but more importantly, it points to what you will be in the future. As a Queen Scout, your position is one of honour and responsibility. You become an example to other venturers, Scouts, Cubs, Joeys and the wider community. Your actions are now a little bit more conspicuous and people will expect more of you. By accepting your responsibility and carrying it out to the best of your ability, you will be carrying on the example of other Queen Scouts and all of Scouting. Alexis, the torch you carry is not only yours, but it is also ours. Thank you for the example you have set for us. We've had the privilege of hearing from a number of distinguished guests gathered here today on aspects of this accomplishment for Alexis. However, I would like to take this opportunity to invite Alexis to share with us as we continue to honour him and his achievement. We welcome you, Alexis, to give your response.
I'd just like to say thank you for everyone for coming today and supporting me throughout my Queen Scout achievement. There are many names to mention, but too many to individually thank. So thank you for those who individually gave me assistance through motivation or just needing a chat or just being there just to support me. You have all been present throughout my scouting journey and achieving my Queen Scout Award, which means the world to me. Thank you.
Well
Thank
done.
you, Alexis, for sharing with us and allowing us to join with you on this prestigious occasion. Congratulations, Alexis, and thank you for showing us all what is possible on our scouting journey. Thank you for the support during your time as a venturer and continued support we know you will give us. We wish you well as you carry on upholding the principles of scouting from here on in. I would like to thank everyone for attending Alexis' Queen Scout presentation this afternoon. Please be upstanding and join with me with another bravo. B! A! B! O! Bravo! Guests, family and friends, please be seated. Past and present scouting members, please remain standing for this closing ceremony. Parade alert. Duty Scouts to the flag. Please, about face. Please salute as the national flag is lowered.
Bring it down.
Hold down, Amy.
Bring it down, Amy.
Hold down, Amy. Bring it down. All the way. All the way, keep going. Pull it. Keep going. Pull the other one. Pull it. Pull it. Pull it. Other one. Other one. The other one. Other one.
Ladies about face.
Condo. You want to do a prayer?
Congo, could you please do a reflection up for us?
Okay. Gracious and loving God, we thank you for the opportunity to gather here today to mark the tremendous achievements of this young man. We thank you for all of those who have helped him to forward his dreams, those who have helped him to actually accept and finalise on all the challenges that he's made. And we pray, Lord, that in all things he will give glory to you as he seeks to put what he has learned into practice in his life as he looks after not only himself but those around him. And we ask this in your name, O Lord. Amen.
Amen.
That is the closing of the parade. There are refreshments over in the kitchen if you guys want it. And some cake as well.
One more thing. Just one thing for Alexis. We, from the group, we have got you just a little gift. You can use that when you come over, if you decide to come over. And also a letter from Honourable Kepnock as well.
We actually have our ventral unit has a plaque that I left inside that I was supposed to present to you as well, that we got made up for you. I'll do that too.
Okay, now that is the final part of this ceremony. You guys can all leave now if you want.
Parade dismissed.
Parade dismissed.
Thank you, Lachlan.